No, bro. Take out the tick, bro. Just leave the talk, bro. It's time to talk, bro. That OT couch.
Yo. What's good, everybody? What's up? You know what it is, your boy J Creole, fresh with a new cut. You know, some of y'all, last time you saw me, you know I had dreads. You know, that's all gone. You know, fresh new swag. Welcome to that OT couch. We back. Talk. It's time to talk. Yo, today I have a very special. You know how I like to say my specials. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? It's like you know what I mean. You go to the fucking what you might call it, restaurant or any place and ask for the special, and I always bring that special. You feel me? So yeah, I mean, enough talk. Today we have a very special guest with us. You know, a young, talented young lady. You know, that pretty much like been taking the city by storm with a new podcast that she's working on. Like, I mean, the idea that she have, we don't have many people thinking, you know, as such that, you know, bringing like a community with other powerful young lady behind her and doing the thing that she does. I don't even have to, like, I'm so excited to talk to her, but me right now, like, I'm hyped, so I'm gonna come down on my hype and introduce you to Romi.
Hi, J Creole. Hi guys, your introduction was fire, so thank you for that.
Oh yeah, well,
it was such a good introduction.
You deserve the fire, Romi. Like, I said, thanks for being in the show,
and thank you for having me on OT Couch.
Yeah,
it's my first time, so I'm very excited to be here.
Yeah, must. Like, yo, we're gonna dive right into it. You know what I mean? I said dive because she got this podcast, which I'm gonna talk about, we're gonna be talking about, you know, it's called, Au Natural. Did I say that right?
You almost got it right. Yes.
So how do you say that?
Au Natural, and it's funny because it sounds like.
Give me another shot. Au Natural. Was that a little better?
That was close. Yeah, that was good. That was
close.
Then
I have to try again. Au naturel.
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
Because she knows if she don't tell me that's perfect, I'm probably gonna try.
We're
gonna spend all day trying to stay, yo.
Yes.
So let's talk about au naturel. Like, yes. You know what? Like, it's a very, like, I mean, refreshing and also like interesting podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, you got like a lot of young ladies in the city talking about different things. Yeah. So like I want you, because now I just mentioned, you know, just that little part, but I want you to break it down to us. Like, what is au naturel, and what give you that idea to start this podcast?
Right.
Yeah.
So, like you've said it perfectly, Au Naturel, it's a podcast. So, the name itself is in French, Au Naturel, and it means natural state. So, already it gives you an idea of the style of the content. So pretty much where it's a safe place. I wanted to create a safe place for young women that I know to share their stories, their experiences on different topics, you see?
Yeah.
And I made sure that those topics would be relatable for me, for them, and also for the listeners. So already, just by the title itself, you know what you're getting yourself into, you know what I mean?
Okay.
But in terms of how I got the idea and where it came from, first of all, I think that I'm very lucky to have good friends and like smart ones and beautiful ones, because all the girls that accepted to be in the podcast, I know personally, and I was beyond, like, I was excited by the idea, but honestly, like, working with you, like, you guys are extremely professional. Like, book them if you can, like, they're great. And also for the fact that, like, the content itself, I was like, damn, like, these girls actually know what they're talking about. And it's smart conversations, you know?
I mean,
it's...
Yeah, I mean, when you're talking about, let's say, like, things that you actually live, and it's not like that. I mean, it's not staged, and it's not.
Yeah, it's real.
It's real. You know what I mean?
Real.
It's real. It's natural. You know.
Right. Literally. Yeah. No, it is.
You know what I'm saying? It's very not natural. You know, but when I heard au natural, I thought actually you was talking about water. Like, you know what I mean? But
Yes.
I know a little French, but when I saw the spelling and I saw it was like AU, I'm like, that is not water. So
Yeah.
So what? Yeah. So does that mean like it's like to explain it? It means like it's like
Naturally. It's
naturally. So
yeah, it's naturally.
okay.
So au naturel in French is the English version of
Naturally, okay.
And it's funny because so we were just discussing this before we started recording OT Couch, but my aunt, so she's the only person aside from you and me who listened to one of the episodes, and she was like, "Oh, is that like water?" And she because so she's from New Jersey, and so she went and got like a water bottle. She's like, "Is that like au naturel?" Like true story. I was like, "Oh no, that's not what I meant." And so I was like starting to explain to her what it was, but definitely, I mean, if people are interested because they think it's a new water brand,
maybe
then it's perfect.
You might have yourself like you know what I mean, a new a new lane to sell product. You know,
I mean, who knows?
Who knows, right?
Who knows?
Who knows? Yeah.
And also, just like to finish answering your second question. So, in terms of the idea of like why I wanted to do a podcast, because so many people told me, well, why not just start a YouTube channel or like the camera? But I consider myself to be like an old soul,
yes.
First of all. And also second, I think that because podcasts are becoming very popular right now, and I think what's cool about it is that intimacy that the listener has with the guest.
Yeah.
You see, because it's all about the voice.
The voice, yeah.
So when you don't see someone how they look, it's quicker for you to relate to them, you know?
Yeah.
And so that's why, I mean, I thought of having a podcast for 2 years now, and I finally built up the courage.
Finally.
I found you,
yeah.
and then we made it happen. So
well,
that was cool. That was very
like,
cool.
I was there to the whole like recording, and then actually, I can actually say I learned a couple of things. You know? Like I'll definitely tell the audience to check it out, because like it was actually pretty amazing listening to to young ladies talking about this different subject that some of it even as a man I never no, you know what I'm saying? Because even it's not just something that actually just like let's say like female audience can go listen to. If you're a male audience, you can actually go listen. You might learn a couple of things here and there about the ladies. You feel me?
Yeah. And how we think.
And how they think. Yeah. So to go about how you think this this podcast. You have different subject.
Yes.
And also like different different ladies from different background.
Yes.
Working on the was it always a plan, let's say, to just have like let's say like different ethnics coming to the show, or is it something that just happened because that's the type of friends that you have?
It's a very good question, and I'll answer it in two parts. So the first thing is that so there is 6 topics in the podcast. So it's 6 episodes in total. That's one. And second, it is a platform for the young girls, so young female in Ottawa Gatineau.
Okay.
And when we're talking about young here, we're talking about early 20s in Ottawa Gatineau, because I think there's and I'm not being a hater here, but I think there's so many focus on Montreal, on Toronto, on Vancouver, but like what about here? You know what I mean?
True.
And I wanted really like to create a platform where these girls from like our city could represent us and could represent what is it that the population is thinking, you see?
Yeah.
And to answer your question in regards to diversity, so Ottawa is a pretty diverse place.
Yeah, that's true.
It's pretty diverse. And so I'm from Haiti originally, and I came to Ottawa when I was 12 years old. And right then, my first couple of friends were not Haitians, like they were from Congo, from Rwanda. I had Canadian friends. And so I've always been in that diversity hub. Exactly. And so it just felt natural.
It felt right.
Yeah, it felt right to make sure that the guests that I had were from diverse background.
Yeah.
And also I think that diversity really brings different like perspective, because I mean, yeah, it's cool to always talk to people that has the same understanding as you, but you're not really learning anything. It's just like more of an echo, because you know that he'll agree with you or she'll agree with you, but like when it's someone out of like, I don't know, like just come from complete history, like shit, like I never thought of that, and that's how you learn more.
Yeah,
so I really wanted it to be diverse.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
True. Let's talk about content.
Yes.
Let's talk about content. Okay. I did. Was like when and how and what was the process of deciding what you're gonna be talking about in this podcast, and give the people like at least some some little preview of like certain things that you talk about in this podcast.
Right. Honestly, and it'll sound very cliche, but when I decided to do it, I just grabbed my phone, went to the notes application from iPhone, and I just thought, okay, what are the things I would want to listen to if there was a podcast happening about female in Ottawa? And honestly, J Creole is just floated. And I think that's when you know something is meant to be, when it flows.
I know what you mean.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I write a whole script like for a web series.
Yeah, and honestly, it was pretty like intense. I was like, I never thought it's my first time. I've never done something like that ever in my life, and it just felt so right. I'm like, shit, like it has to come to life, you know. The most so. And like in a preview, like you said, so definitely, and also I didn't want it to be only about boys.
Yes.
You see, like I want it to be deeper.
Deeper, yeah.
That was really something I was not trying to say at the surface. I'm like, no, we're gonna go deep.
Yeah.
And like because at the core of it is to let them express themselves and through their experiences, someone who's going through the exact same thing can learn from it.
Exactly.
And we don't achieve that by just being at the surface.
Yeah,
no, we
true.
have to go deeper,
Yeah, most definitely.
Exactly. And in terms of the topics, so there will be about race because we're blacks.
Yeah.
There will be about sex as well. There will be about that friend zone, that young love. So I'll stop there.
Yeah.
I hope it's enough for you to be curious.
You don't want to give
no.
the whole night. You're gonna have to go check yourself.
Yeah, but there's definitely a bit for everyone. For everyone, definitely.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, like me, like I'm definitely like going to whenever that comes out. You know what I mean? Go.
Well, he'll know when it'll come out.
Yeah,
so.
give it a listen for sure. So let's get to talk. I know we went dive straight in.
Right.
But now let's go back a little bit and talk about you, because I know you had mentioned that you are Asian descent.
Yeah.
Are you
100%.
Asian descent, or were you born in Haiti? Were you born here? Are you like how long you been here? Can you let us know?
I said natif natal, so for those who understand, they will understand.
Yeah.
So I'm 100% Haitian. I moved here 12 years ago. So the technical term is first generation immigrant. So that's what I am. And so I've lived in Ottawa. So in Canada, I've lived in Ottawa, in Gatineau.
Okay.
So after high school, I moved to Gatineau with my mom, and then that's that. I am someone who loves to travel. I cannot stay put in one place. And it's actually funny because I'm moving to Brussels. To Belgium.
So she's gonna do something for the. She's just gonna give us like a podcast and then move to Brussels.
I can't.
And we're not talking about Brussels sprout. That is from that's in Belgium. Okay, like I know my freaking geography. Okay, calm down.
Yes, you do. Oh, that's hilarious. So sorry about that.
Don't be sorry.
Oh, that was funny. Yeah. So I'm moving there to do a master's degree. So I mean,
very smart. I told you she was smart, intelligent young woman. I wasn't playing when I said that. Yeah, young Haitian woman, you know. Yeah, we out here. Yeah.
We out here trying to make it, you know,
Yeah.
despite the odds.
You know.
So that's me. And again, in terms of how I met these girls, I met them through my life here in Canada, you know, and I'm someone who, again, I'll say this, when you have a female support system, whatever you're going through, it's better.
Yeah, true.
You know, because you have people to rely on. You know, they might not have all the answers to help you out, but best believe together, you guys will figure it out. It's kind of like it's your tribe,
Yeah,
pretty
true.
much. You know, like guys have their homies, I have my girls.
That's what it is.
And that's really that. And so, yeah, so I mean, that's a bit me. I don't know if you wanted for me to say something else,
No,
but
I mean,
in a
you
nutshell.
introduced
Yeah.
like you. Tell me, when you came up with this big project, this big idea, and you got a lot of like smart, you know, women from different
friends,
background, also like different thought process and like and coming together and put it. When you thought of that project, like do you have a vision of where you see it go, or where you see it going? And now you just told us you go move into Brussels, no sprout.
No sprout.
Yeah. So, tell us, like, do you have a like, what's the future plan? Is there like any follow up, or like where do you see this go, like as far as like, you know,
Right.
where you trying to take this? I know you had mentioned like obviously before it's for the young ladies, but
Yes.
where do you see that going? You know what I'm saying?
Forward.
Like, yeah,
Yes.
just further?
Yes, definitely. Definitely, I see it going further. So this is season 1. And depending on the turnout, I hope that there will be many, many more seasons. And I don't know if I told you this, but the first time we recorded afterwards, you were like, yo, like I learned something, you know? And to me, it confirmed it.
Yeah.
Because 2 things I wanted to get out of this. For my friends, so for my guests to have fun
Yes.
while recording, and for the listeners to like get something out of it.
That's what it's about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I was so happy when I'm like, shit, like it's actually, you know, coming along.
Yeah.
But in terms of future, yes, I am moving to Brussels, but that will not be the end of Au Naturel. Ideally, I would want it to wherever city I'm at, you know, to be able to reach out to girls
Yeah.
and just like again repeat that process, but obviously different topics to
Yes.
get their perspective as well, because I'm a firm believer that diversity is what makes the world go around.
That is true.
Truly. And so yeah, and I mean in terms of further, what I studied is very related to my passion. So basically I have a very strong passion for international development work. And so if Au Naturel today is a podcast, who knows, maybe tomorrow it
can
might be an
turn to-
NGO.
Yeah.
You don't know, it might come to a business.
It might be selling some water.
Exactly too. So it
Like I'll buy like a case of Au Naturel for like all my homies and
yes,
shit.
and
You know what
you
I'm
would
saying?
have like in the banner like different like cartoon of different girls and stuff. Yo,
Exactly. Au Naturel, man.
why not? Why not? Sky is the limit, and all we have is our dreams, you know.
That is.
And it requires discipline to make them happen.
Yeah, you gotta
but,
build.
Yeah, but once you start dreaming, you won't be able to stop.
Yeah,
for real.
most definitely. So right now, what are the like? Are you as far as distribution? Where is this? Where you looking to release that? And also like you see now we're in front of a camera.
Yes.
Like for future like podcast, if you decide to go let's say like further with this, would you
Yeah.
consider like putting this in front of the camera? I know you said like people would like to hear voices instead of like
Yes.
but is that
Yes.
something you would consider?
I will definitely consider it. Definitely. And I think that the first season, what I hope is to get feedbacks from my listeners. So guys, don't be shy, should I say, to comment there will be an Instagram page for Au Naturel and also a Facebook page. So whatever you think you like, you didn't like, please, write them, because I'm gonna take that feedback and apply it to season 2 for a fact. And so if like 80% of you said we want camera, so
fans,
because
the listeners, right? The people that watch
it's for you guys. It's really for you. It's a product that I'm catering to your needs.
Yes.
And so if they tell me, yo, like we want to see them, then I'll be like, okay.
Yeah, sure.
But definitely it's also for my guests if they're comfortable.
Yeah, to be in front of the camera as well.
Because there's a level of comfort you need to understand. It's like some stories you feel, it's like talking on the phone versus like FaceTiming your man. You know what I mean?
True that.
Like the deepest conversation always happen on the phone. Whereas it's like, yo, like I'm seeing you, like I don't feel so.
I gotta be honest. Like talking about FaceTime, I don't ever like talk to anybody on FaceTime.
No, you
I don't know, like I'm saying, yo, I'm not even female. I don't see your face. No, I mean no disrespect. Like
it's okay.
I don't like. I wanna like. I think I'll miss you more. Like I mean, I'm sorry we're going like left on this thing for a little bit.
No,
but
it's okay. It's your thing.
I'm like, actually will miss you more if I actually don't see you. You know what I'm saying? When that time come too, like then, you know what I'm saying? Then then I'm gonna be like, and I don't mean like that in a disrespectful way. I'm just saying like if I actually hear your voice, or like I probably will miss you more. Shit.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I get that.
That's how I feel.
Voice is powerful.
Yeah, true.
The
like you said it before.
Like depending on how long you've been talking to someone, they know when you're sad too, because of the way that your voice sounds.
That is true.
Yo, that's crazy. That's insane.
True.
And so so to answer your question, definitely if that's what the people want, yes. But yeah, and
as far as distribution,
yes, distribution. So funny story, true one too. Our first recording session with J Creole and my first guest, people were like, okay, so where are you thinking of distributing it? I'm like, oh, SoundCloud. Everyone was like, no, you cannot only distribute it to SoundCloud. You need to go on podcast. You need to go on iTunes. So that's what's going to happen.
Because that's where people. That's where they are. They probably tell you like, I'm here. That other person tell you I'm there. So we wanted everybody to have a chance to listen to it.
Definitely. And so to answer your question, it will be out on 3 platforms. So SoundCloud, the podcast application for iTunes, and also on Spotify for people who have Samsung and non-iPhone cell phones. So it'll be out for wherever.
I'm looking forward. I'll be the first like to online.
Thank you for that.
To go like what I mean, listen to this. I'll be like maybe like on either like lay back on my bed with my headphone and stuff like and listen to welcome to Au Naturel. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Like all these ladies like talking that lady talk, and then you learn something. Yeah, I mean like that's definitely like a great thing. I mean it's a beautiful thing to see young ladies, like Romi take initiative and putting something like that. I think that's major. For the city, and I'm not just talking about, like for like just because it's gonna be like major for the young females out here, you know what I mean? So that might motivate, elevate, do all of that, for you don't know what that might you know what I mean? Like my brain to the people that's gonna be listening to it.
Yeah.
And with that, like I mean, I'm gonna encourage everybody to like go listen to it when it come out when it comes out,
August 31st. Save the date. August 31st.
So it's gonna come out August 31st, and like. So do you know like any if you know like certain like I mean the platforms like where you're gonna be good listen, can you tell these folks some of these platforms they can be expecting it at?
Yes, definitely. So it'll be available on SoundCloud, Spotify, and also iTunes from like the app iTunes for iPhones.
All right.
So so everyone can listen to it and it'll be fun.
Yes, it's definitely gonna be.
It'll put you in a mood, definitely.
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing.
Relaxing mood.
Me like I said, I'm looking forward to listen to this. I'll be like, you know what I mean, just straight, either on the couch, on the bed.
Probably on this couch.
On this couch, maybe on that OT couch, like before an episode. Put my headphone on. And just relax and listen to all these, fun ladies, talking about crazy nice subjects. I was gonna say crazy subjects, but somebody. Well, I mean, someone
crazy.
Sometimes can be crazy, but
yeah.
but it was. I mean, like it was an amazing time just talking to you about it, and like what before we go,
Yes.
just tell these guys where they can follow you as far as like so they can keep update. I know it's coming out on the
Right.
31st, but
Yes.
it's also great to actually if they can keep in touch with you, so they can like know. You know what I mean?
Yes.
When exactly it's coming out,
Yes.
so you can talk to them and all.
Yeah, definitely. So Instagram will be the platform where I'll do some marketing. Well, not some. Well, I will be doing marketing for Au Naturel, and it has its own Instagram handle. So it's Au Naturel Pod. So that's where most of like my upcoming dates will be.
Can you
released.
can you kind of spell it out for them? Because like as far as like Au Naturel,
Yes.
so they can at Au Naturel.
So it's in French or in English? In English. Okay.
I mean,
Okay, let's
no,
do it in
I never like it's spelled like on the Instagram, like
Yes, yes,
just
definitely.
the Instagram, yes.
So Au Naturel, AUNATURELLEPOD. So
Yeah.
it's pretty long, but
Yeah. So I mean, like you, if you miss any like all these letters like AUPPOD, you just gotta like roll like like roll back and then and
Yeah.
then get any letters that you missed. You
You'll
did.
figure it out.
You will
Yes.
figure it out. Any
Yes.
Facebook, any.
Yes, and I will be creating a Facebook page for Au Naturel soon as well. So definitely.
So if they follow you on Instagram, they'll get that.
Exactly. And so that's the thing. So these two platforms, so Instagram and Facebook, is where I hope you guys will share your comments, your feedback. So please don't be shy. Show the love. Show what you didn't like even. I'm very open to criticism.
Yes.
And let's make this podcast one to be remembered.
Yes, most
So,
it will
yeah.
be one to be remembered, and we
Yes.
will remember Romi coming to that OT couch, because
Yes,
that
it
was
was fun.
Yeah, it most definitely. But I mean, it's sad we had to let her go because I talk all day. I'll probably start my own Au Naturel here on the couch, but I mean, we're running out of time.
Yes.
But Romi.
He keeps saying Romi. Romi.
I don't know why my I keep saying Romi. It's Romi.
Yes,
okay.
it is, with an M.
With an M, okay. Like Romi, it was great to have you on the couch with us
Thank
today.
you for having.
And,
I thought he was gonna shake my hand, but no handshake.
No. But I'm not finished though.
Okay.
I'm not finished. It was great to have you on the couch with us.
Thank you for having me.
And I wish you the best of success and
you.
all the best in the journey. Going to Brussels, no Sprout.
Sprout.
Yeah, and definitely, I'm looking forward to watch your, the podcast, and it
Yes.
was amazing having you.
It was. Thank
Yeah,
you. Thank
let's
you. We're
let's
gonna
show some
hug.
Haitian
Okay.
love. You see,
We're hugging.
Haitian love, Haitian
Haitian
love.
love. Yes.
You already know OT Couch, J Creole, and
Yes.
Romi. We're signing out.
Thank
Goodbye.
you. Bye, guys.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.